vocal owl that we have in this area, and there are a ton of these around. Don't let people tell you, well, they're almost extinct. No, they're not. They're everywhere. In fact, if you hear owls hooting at night, usually this is what you hear, not always. And you have to pardon me, my voice is kind of shot. We do a lot of programs and we talk a lot. So, a great horned owl is a deeper tone. It's more of a hoo, 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 real low. The barn owl is a more higher pitch, and it's more of a whoo, 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 more of a who cooks for you all. They can get really excited. I've heard 7 or 8 going at the same time, and you would swear there was monkeys in the woods. You're thinking, there's monkeys in these woods. That's barn owls. They can get super crazy. And the reason they're very vocal this time of the year and even earlier is because... you stay. You think your heart leaped. He's only got one Jess on right now. I was waiting for him to... Off he goes into the wild blue... You stay here, okay? The neat thing about them is they nest before any other bird of prey. Okay, and they also nest before any other bird. Most birds start putting nests together about March to April. Great horns nest in January. They lay eggs. They're having young in January and February. So your owls are more vocal even in winter time. That's when they're already nesting. So very neat birds. Remember I said something about eye color? The eye color on these are dusk and dawn hunters. Great horns are the same way. Look at the eyes on this bird. Very dark. In fact, at dusk and dawn they turn almost a navy blue. They're a beautiful deep blue. That's because these are your midnight hunters. Okay, they're very active. And listen, birds of prey are opportunists. I've seen a great horned owl that's supposed to be sleeping at 10 o'clock in the morning. If a squirrel runs by and he's hungry, he'll try. Okay, they don't have to be sleeping. There's no rule that says, hey, you can't move and stay there. You know. But they're really neat birds. Notice the facial disc on the head. It helps them pick up their sound. Like Dad said, one ear is high and one ear is low. It helps them pick up sound like a dish. Very good at picking up sound. They can hunt as much by sound as they can by sight. This one here was hit by a car, and she has a pin in this wing and also in her leg. So she cannot fly. She can jump a good ways, but she can't fly. This is a female, smaller female, so a male would be about a third larger. Very soft feathers. She's a pretty good bird to deal with. She bites a little bit. You gonna bite me a little bit? Notice they have an extra eyelid too. You see that eyelid there? It's blue. It's called a nictitating membrane. And all your birds of prey have that. It protects their eyes because their life is in their eyes. When they go after their prey, they'll actually use that to protect them. If you ever watch a Discovery Channel, maybe on sharks, you ever watch a shark open his mouth to get something, there's a film that rolls over its eye. It also has an extra eyelid that protects them. I also think they use it to fly when they fly into the sun, like sunglasses. They know eagles do. Eagles can fly right into the sun. I believe they use that film as well. I'm going to put her over here and then I'll grab a different owl for you. We basically have about 5 different types of owls in this area. You have, of course, your screech owls, you have your barn owls, you have your great horns, and then there's another one called a saw-whet owl. And saw-whets, I do not have a saw-whet with me. A saw-whet is a little smaller than a screech owl. They're about the size of a baseball. Very neat birds as well. They make more of a whistle sound. We get a barn owl out now. These are the only bird of prey that I know of that's not doing well. Come on.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness.
This bird is an imprint. And she was actually bred in captivity up in New York at the Hall Creek Wildlife Center. And what they do is, which is a great idea, they actually breed barn owls in captivity. They do not imprint them. They let the parents raise them, then they turn them loose to the wild. They have had some success with them. I think they've released over 100 that I know of right now back into the wild. This is the only bird of prey that's not doing as well as we would like right now. And the reason for that is, we were talking earlier, a lot of it's habitat loss. Also, in the wild, barn owls' life